Hey everybody, Kelli here. So this week I've been recuperating. So I've been to work, but I just wanted to rest quite a bit, so I didn't really work on any big huge quilt projects. I just kind of started working on a lot of littler cross stitches and some embroidery, some little crafty things. So I just wanted to come on and kind of show you some of those items that I got done this week. And I honestly will probably be doing a lot of the same for next week as well. So anyhow, but let me show you a couple of things. So one of them was actually this little cross stitch right here. And it's a much older pattern. It's, I think, 1984 from current. So it's not very current, but yeah, I just thought I'd let you know if you were looking for that pattern to do, that it is probably out of print. But it's very cute, and I actually changed up the colors just a little bit. I didn't really do that intentionally. I did that more because the project wasn't still in the same bag. There was a little bit of a flooding issue. These were actually a couple of items that were from my aunt, and they had some flooding in their basement, and so some of her crafts and stuff had to be like taken out of the bags, and the bags had to be thrown away. But some of them were still very good, very salvageable. It's perfectly fine. Even the thread is perfectly fine. I just had it in the wrong box and didn't realize it till after I'd gone ahead and picked other threads for this. So, but that's okay. I'll just throw those threads in with my other floss and I'll use it for something later. And then I actually had this little teddy bear. I think I want to call it an ornament, but it's not really an ornament. There's no hole up here. I thought about going ahead and drilling out one, but then I thought, you know what, he really just needs to like sit on a bookcase or something like that. But cute little bear. And so I got that done real quick. And this is actually just to put those in. Alright, so a couple of things that I got done. Let me go ahead and open this one up here and show you. So Kimberly from the Fat Quarter Shop had a project on her floss tube that actually showed how to make a little I forget what they called it exactly. I'll try to link it in the description. How to make like a snow globe type ornament out of a cross stitch. And so I just basically took that idea, and there are different types of flakes that you can buy. These are actually just poly beads that I got from Amazon. And but you can go to the Dollar Tree and they have little bags of more like flakes, snowflakes. And so you can do that as well. And then I just kind of fancied it up with a little bit of stuff from the Dollar Tree. And in fact, I bought, so Kimberly's was just to use fabric and put around a piece of cardboard and then put your cross stitch on and your globe over that. But I actually bought a couple of decorations for like $1, and I just put that on there. So hopefully I can get it close enough for you to see the cross stitch in there. Some little snowmen, and then on the back we've got deer, and actually a couple of my snowballs up there, they're wanting to stick up at the top, and I thought, you know what, that's cute, it's okay. So in fact, I think it might be because of the glue, how I glued down the cross stitch on there. They're kind of getting stuck in there. But that's that one. And then I got another one here. And it's same basic style, but a different cross stitch. And so I thought the Christmas tree was cute as well. And it's kind of done in that, I always think of it as like a Scandinavian style, when it's got the reds and pinks and all that. But it's really cute how it can be like a snow globe. And then I just thought, you know, the bells and the jingle bell, and liked the little deer ornament on the back. So there's that one. And tuck this away. And then I've actually been working on a couple others. I haven't quite got them done yet, but at the end I'll probably show you how I did them. And I just did, this is actually from a book by Susan Aki called The 25 Days of Christmas Cross Stitch. And so I didn't do exactly the same. I did the snowflakes in white. She did them all in red on this. And she mostly did it with the days of the month. Well, the 25 days for Christmas. And so there should be a number over here as well. But I just kind of took out the part that I wanted to stitch. In fact, both of these other ones that I showed were from that same cross stitch book. So I do that a lot with cross stitch and just other crafty things too. A lot of times just kind of redesign what somebody else had designed, or just use their design as inspiration for my own design. I mean, I think we kind of all do that a little bit, don't we? And so anyhow, that's, you know, just taking different parts of it and taking what you like and maybe redoing the floss because you like different colors, that sort of thing. So I've got a couple of those that I need to work on. And what else did I do this week? So only other thing I really did this week was actually I started working on blocks for a pattern called, let's see if I can remember what it was called. Oh, and of course there's no name on it. Well, that's not good. It's a pattern from Open Gate Quilts. And it was in one of my subscription boxes last year. Unfortunately, I don't know the name of it. And I can't really show any instructions. But that's what the pattern will end up looking like. In black and white, kind of a idea of what it'll look like. It's basically looking very much like wreaths and then these patches right here. So I got these patches done, but I don't have the wreath patch done yet. So I've got, I think 17 of these blocks done. And then I've got another 17 to do for the, or it might be 18 and 18. I can't remember. For the wreath style block. So it's almost like X's and O's. Well, it is X's and O's now that I look at it from here. Anyhow, so I've got the half of the blocks done. I just got to finish the other set of blocks. So maybe I'll be able to get that done this week and show it for next week. I'm hoping too that for next week I've got a couple other projects sitting over on my couch that are they're pieced, they're just not quilted, and so I'd like to get them quilted before Christmas. So maybe I'll have those to show. And like I said, I'm just working on finishing these. And the next thing that I would like to get started on at some point, not that I'm actually going to get this done to be able to show you, but it's actually an older embroidery that I would like to go ahead and kind of work on in the well, I say in the evenings. It's not really in the evening. Well, it's 2 evenings a week. Other than that, I work second shift, so it's kind of one of those things that I work on the couple of days off that I have, and I will go downstairs and watch a movie or something like that. Otherwise, it's a lot of quilting, a lot of get this thing done, go do that, go get groceries, those sorts of things. Right. trying to remember what else I wanted to go over. So also, along with the embroidery next week, I'm actually thinking I would really like to start this project. It's a punch needle. So tell me if you've done very much punch needle, because I have not. So this is kind of a new thing for me. Well, it is a new thing for me. So I'm very interested to see how I like it. I really like this design, so, and I pretty much like those colors. It could be a little bit more vibrant for me, but I like it. So I thought I would give that a shot. I bought that kit there, and then I bought the punch needle that it said I needed, and so I'd like to try that. I have a couple of cross stitch projects that I'm thinking about doing, but I may get back to my quilts. We'll see. I feel like there was something else that I was supposed to go over with you. Alright, well I guess that's actually about all I did. I felt like I did a whole lot more. You know, when you're worn out, that's probably enough. Alright, so Kimberly does a much better tutorial on fat quarter shop floss tube. But here's the basics of it. So I've got my cross stitch. I didn't have any backer board with adhesive, so I actually just cut out a piece of cardboard and put some tacky fabric glue on it, and I spread it all around so that the glue wouldn't come up through the holes of the cross. Like if you put too much, it's going to come up through the holes of the cross stitch, but if you kind of just smooth it out even, it just gives it enough of a tacky surface that it can still be pulled off of there, but it's going to hold it in place for until you're finished with this. So I did that, or you could use Mod Podge and be able to tack it down. Mod Podge takes a lot longer to dry though, so I didn't want to do that. Alright, so I've got my little ornament, and I'm just gonna try to center it with my little hook here at the top. And let me turn it over before I actually push it in and get it actually centered. I think right about there. And then I'm going to make sure to get it actually pushed in nice and tight. I actually cut my cardboard just a little bit short, but it'll be fine. It's going to be going against the back of a decoration. So from here, so that's got my little snow in there, and that looks pretty good already, but it's not really secure, etc., and it can be decorated up a little bit cuter. So from here, I actually have cut out another piece of cardboard, just kind of judged about how big I thought I wanted it to be, how much bigger than the ornament or the cross stitch that I wanted it to be. And so I just cut that out, and then I cut some fabric out in another circle much bigger than the cardboard. So now what I'm going to do from here is actually do a running stitch along the outside of the fabric, and then that way I can pull it. Once I do the running stitch, then I'll pull it and it'll actually collapse in and be, I can't quite do it with my hands here probably, but it'll collapse in like that, and then I can just put the Let It Snow right over top of that and glue it down in place, and then you just would do a hanger from the hanger right there. So that's how Kimberly, well, it's not exactly how she showed to do it, but that's the basics of it. So I need to do the running stitch yet, so I'm going to set that aside and do the running stitch. But I'm actually going to take one of these and just place on the back of this particular ornament right here. I'm going to probably put a bow or something on there to cover up the glue there. But this one, I'm not going to really worry about a fabric background on this. I'm just going to stick it on the ornament right here. And like I said, I'll probably put a bow right in here to kind of cover up the, first of all, the little hanger right here, and then to cover up the little glue right there. But for right now, I'm just going to hot glue this on down. So I'm actually going to take this and put the glue on the edge of my acrylic here. And my glue doesn't really want to work right now, so that's awesome. And since I don't have enough cardboard right there, that could be a problem. I might have just got some glue on my cross stitch, but we'll see. And then the trick is making sure to get it centered well. Woo! Because one thing about hot glue, it hardens very fast. Yep. It's already hardened. So that's not real awesome because I need to slide it around just a little bit, but I think I will leave it. Maybe try to peel off some of what's not quite hot yet, or cold yet, I mean. And then actually for this one, I'm trying to decide if I want to go ahead and put one of the bells on this. See if I can remember how to get this apart here. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to cut it. I'm thinking so what I did on the previous ornament, I don't have my proper tools up here. Let's see if I can just do it by hand. Yep, I can. Okay. So I had taken a cutter and just cut the little metal piece off, but it's pretty bendable, so I just gonna take the rest of them off here if I can. And then that way I just have the chain to use, and then I just glued the bell back into place. So I can cut this anywhere I want to, which I think I will cut it right there. And then I can actually just go ahead and cover this. I think I can cover it with a, you know what, I probably will put a bow on it just because it's going to cause a little bump there. But yeah, and then I'll just hot glue this down. And I'll hot glue the bell on the bottom. And we'll have our little ornament here. So let's see. Let me go ahead and try to put a little bit on at a time. Put that back in its little stand. Stick this in here before it cools off. That is the one thing, one of the things that I don't like about this kind of glue. That and the fact that you can very much see it. But it is clear, so it's fine. Get that on there. Make sure it gets stuck in the glue there. Alright, just a little bit more. And gee, if I wanted to, I could go around again. Let's take a look. Again, if I put a bow there, that's not gonna show. I may just go ahead and do this. Yeah, I think I like that. I think I will do that. I will say, of all the glue guns that I've had, I actually like this little Ryobi one the best. It still gets glue everywhere, but it's all on the little pad that catches. There's a little stand for it, and so it's all on the pad instead of like getting all over the table or all over the plate that you try to use or something. And it's nice to be able to set it down and feel like it's actually not going to fall over. Sorry, I'm probably getting out of camera there. Alright, so that'd be the other thing that I don't necessarily love about this kind of glue, is it's getting all kinds of little strings. Ooh, I think I just got one on my phone. Okay. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and cut that right there. I got enough left for one last one. Okay. Ooh, isn't that cute? I gotta do one of these for myself. Let it snow, let it snow. Okay, maybe not. I don't know about where you are, but we're unusually warm right now, which is okay. I just kind of, I don't know, I feel like it's making me more sick. It's kind of weird, but alright, so that's very cute. And then I'm wondering about just kind of gluing this on chipped. That's the only thing. I didn't notice that before. Well, maybe. It's not that bad. And then I don't really like just trying to see if I could push this down. I don't think so. But maybe if I hot glue it right there like that, it won't be quite as visible. Let's try that. And now I gotta hold it in place for just a minute. Yep, it's gonna come right off of there if I let go, so. Alright, well, so that's the basics of how I made this little ornament here. And like I said, I'm going to do the running stitch on the other fabric one, and I'll just plop that one right on top, just like I did these. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and I hope you had a good week, and I hope you have a good week coming up, and we'll see you next week. Okay, well, the next thing I wanted to show is actually the couple of items that I got in the Missouri Star quilt box so far. So, I have only opened, how many days did I open? Oh, you know what? I left the other thing downstairs. Okay, well, I'll show you the one thing that I got so far that I've opened up, that I have up here, and the rest of them I'll show you next week. Alright, so if you don't want to see what's been in the Missouri Star quilt box, turn it off right now. In fact, I think you can see what's over in my hand. Oopsie. We'll find out. Alright, so in the Missouri Star quilt box, day one. Day one, I believe, was actually this little charm pack right here for snuggly Christmas sweaters. I thought that was a cute little play on words there, or little, yeah, anyhow. And then day two was actually a little wall hanging project. So I thought that'd be cute for some cute ugly sweaters. And I think it measures 17.5 by 17.5. So if you didn't want to use it for a wall hanging, you could always just use it for, like, you know, putting on the table, casserole dish on it, that sort of thing. Something this nice, I probably would not necessarily, I would be the person that would put lasagna dish on it, and it would be destroyed in the first time I used it. But yeah, I would not use it for that. Maybe a cookie tray. That way it wouldn't stain. But anyhow, so the pattern, and then they gave us the little template and the interfacing for the little sweaters. So that's all one project. It's 2 days, but it will be one project there, and you'll have most of the charm pack left, because it only requires the 9 pieces for the sweaters. And then I imagine you could do the border scrappy if you wanted to, and just use your charm pack scraps, or use it for the back, or use it for a whole other project. So I will have to, you know what, let's open it up right now and take a look. decide if I would want to yeah, so I don't know exactly how many duplicates are in there, but I would see like how many duplicates are in there, and I might use some of it for the back. But honestly, I'd probably use it for another project and just put like a regular solid color backing on this, or something really ugly. All right. So that's 2 days worth, and that's going to be a cute project. And then I don't remember which day this was, but this was one of the items that we got, and I think it is so cute and definitely useful, because earlier this week I was trying to throw some pins into a bag, and I literally had to put them inside of a little bag because the case that they come in isn't actually a case that you can just snap closed. And so I either need to make a tiny little pin cushion for these to go in, or I'm just going to have to leave them in the bag or something like that. I do have a smaller, somewhere I have a smaller little thing of, these are actually magic pins, I think. I think that's what the thing said, that you can iron over them. And I do have a smaller thing of magic pins. I just can't ever find it to throw it in a bag. So, and I think that actually might be what I end up doing with these right away, is making a little Christmassy type pin cushion, putting them in the pin cushion, and then anytime that I have a Christmassy type project that I need to take on the go, I can just throw the little pin cushion in the bag. But even then, they can snag on things out of the pin cushion and then cause problems, versus something that actually snaps shut. And like, it snaps shut hard enough, I can open it, but it's not going to come open on its own just by being tossed around in the bag. So that's a pretty nice one. Anyhow, it is a little bit on the large side for the amount of pins that are in it, but it's cute. It's nice. All right, well, I think that was it. So I will be continuing to sew on my project from Open Gate Quilts, and I'll be working on a couple of projects that are sitting over on my couch just waiting for some quilting, and I might be doing some cross stitch and maybe some punch needle. Then again, I kind of think maybe I'll save this for January. It'd be a good first of the year, learn a new craft. All right.